No freaking way is this finasteride alone. So guys, today we're going to be talking about hair loss medication finasteride and how effective it can really be. I'm going to be showing you some before and afters, giving you my personal opinion. We're also going to be looking at how finasteride works and why I'm very suspicious about these results. Very suspicious indeed. So before I get into this video, I'd just like to say I am not a healthcare professional. If you do suffer from hair loss and you're looking at taking the medical route, please do consult with your healthcare professional. So firstly, what is finasteride? Now, finasteride was initially manufactured as a medication to treat an enlarged prostate in males. However, they found after using it on thousands of men, they found that men who were suffering from hair loss kind of stopped and massively reduce the amount of shedding that they're experiencing, which got them interested in it potentially being a hair loss treatment. So they repurposed it and started using it on men suffering from male pattern baldness. And it's now basically the go-to medication alongside minoxidil, which actually re-stimulates growth. They've found that in the studies. But with finasteride, it basically stops testosterone turning into dihydrotestosterone. Now, dihydrotestosterone, otherwise known as DHT, is believed to bind to the hair follicles on your head, and if you're genetically susceptible, it shrinks that hair and gives the appearance of baldness or hair loss. Although it binds to DHT and it massively reduces the amount of hair loss, it has not been shown in studies to stimulate hair growth. That's why we have minoxidil, and that's why I'm really suspicious about these before and afters. But I'll let you guys have a watch, and it'd be great to hear your guys' opinions on it. So first we have this guy, 23-year-old male, 1 year on finasteride. I'm assuming he was on 1 milligram. That is the normal dose that is prescribed to people with male pattern baldness. And you can see straight away it's had a massive impact upon his temples, which is actually, based off of the science that's been done, that's where finasteride is actually least effective. It's a lot more effective around the crown area of the scalp. So initially I was kind of like, that's actually really quite impressive results on finasteride alone. And now let's look at this guy. So this guy, 30-year-old male, this is only 6 months on finasteride, so it's 1.25 milligrams. That's above the usual prescribed dosage, but the science has shown that a higher dosage of finasteride doesn't increase the likelihood of getting better outcomes. And you can see here, he's really receding around the temples and at the front. And thirdly, we're going to look at this guy. So you can see there's a lot of thinning and recession at the front, 28-year-old male. And you can see as well that the DHT is really having an effect on those hair fibers because it's thinning. It gives an appearance of dryness, almost like straw, and it shrinks over time. So you can see at the front, it's really quite progressed with this guy. But you fast forward, it doesn't say how long he's been on it, but he's on 1.25, and you can see basically a full head of hair again. These results, I haven't seen anything like this before. This is really quite extraordinary from finasteride alone, and this is why I'm a little bit suspicious. Now I wanted to show you this guy because this is more of what I'd kind of expect. This feels like a more realistic outcome. So you can see there's some shedding around the crown, some thinning, and this is after 2 years on finasteride. You can see it has thickened ever so slightly, but we know that finasteride is a lot more effective at working on the crown than it is around the temples. So yes, there could be the ever so slight amount of regrowth, and there's definitely not been any shedding from when he started. This is, in my opinion, what I see more regularly. This seems like what you could realistically expect with finasteride and probably minoxidil as well. And lastly, I wanted to show you guys this one. This is the one that popped up at the beginning of the video. As you can see on the left before, I mean, he's basically fully bald on top. He's basically lost all of his hair. It looks almost like a comb over. And then, oh, by the way, apologies for the lack of contrast on this. It is quite dark. On the right, full head of hair. Full head of hair. It's really quite extraordinary. It's really quite extraordinary. Yes, maybe this was just finasteride alone, and if so, I'm really happy for those guys. I mean, what an outcome. But it's certainly not what to expect in the majority of cases. In fact, I've never seen results that good from finasteride alone. Now, it is important to mention that finasteride does have a really long catalogue of side effects, and some are really quite nasty, and that's why a lot of people actually stop taking the medication, me being one of them. So this is really important to consider. It's really not for everyone, and it doesn't work for a lot of people. It doesn't slow down the shedding of hair loss for a lot of people. And, if you're looking for a safer route, I think a hair system is a much safer route. There's no medication, no scarring, no surgery. You can get whatever density you want. You can get whatever color you want. You can get whatever style and base you want. It's a real all-rounder, and it's unbelievably flexible to suit your lifestyle. So in summary, I went through with you what finasteride is, how it's applied in the hair loss or male pattern baldness context. I've shown you some before and afters. As I said, I'm very suspicious. But what are your guys' thoughts? Do you guys think that this is just from finasteride alone? I'd really like to know. Also share with me what your experiences with finasteride were. It's usually a bit of a sort of gateway medication into the hair loss world, but so many people stop taking it because it just doesn't work for them. Let me know in the comments what's below, guys. Please do like this video, and if you're interested in other medications which may be coming out down the line, check out this video popping up on the screen right now, which I did a couple of weeks ago. It's certainly a fascinating and very exciting time to be in the hair loss community. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.